Shabbat Shalom and welcome to Thought for Shabbat. So good to be with you and to see you. Speaking of see, this week's Torah portion is entitled Re'eh, which means see. And the first line of this Torah portion is really the essence of being Jewish. It says here, Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 26, see, I give you today a blessing and a curse. It's right before us every single day. The commentator Maimonides goes on to say, freedom of choice has been granted to every person. If that person desires to turn toward the good path and be righteous, the ability to do so is in that person's hand. And if the person to turn toward an evil path and be wicked, the ability to do so is in that person's hand. This is a fundamental principle of being Jewish, the idea that we all have free will and we can determine our own path. That doesn't mean that circumstances don't happen that push us off the path, but then we're always given an opportunity to get back to a path of meaning. In fact, I've often thought about a term I call conscious living, because for most of us, just like the rest of the animal kingdom, we work mostly on instinct. We work mostly on being reactive to that which happens. But living in a conscious state all the time, A, it can be exhausting, but two, it can get us to where we actually want to be. Somebody says something that makes us mad, well, we don't have to think about being mad, we just are, and then we react. As opposed to being a little bit more conscious or strategic about what we want our response to be so that the person knows how we feel and we get to the conclusion that we want. That's just one example. But you can think of it in terms of parenting. When your kids get under your skin and you just are instinctual instead of being creative. That has one result. When you're more creative and thoughtful about parenting, when you are not triggered, then the result is even better. It is in our hands. It is not an exact science, to be sure. But our faith gives us a series of mitzvahs or commandments to follow to help elevate that good instinct so we make the right choices and then eschew the negative ones that will come with curses. In that spirit, I ask you to see right before you the blessings that one can have and then to make conscious decisions to get to that place. Friends, please join us tonight. Don't forget, we are at the beach on Corona del Mar, and the directions are right here in the email as to where we're going. It's at the end of the big Corona beach, at the end of that parking lot, where we are every year. And there will be no in-person services at synagogue or online tonight. It's the once or twice a year where we have a special service like this. We hope you'll join us 5:45. Bring your own dinner. Services will begin at 6:30. Thanks so much and have just a terrific Shabbat. Take care, be well, and God bless.